Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I want to do a reading focused on the next 3 months. This is going to be a timeless reading, but I am recording this in I believe it's March 22nd of 2021, but again, it's timeless, so it'll have a message for you whenever it is that you watch it. We just started Aries season, and I can feel it in the air. Everything feels like it's about to pick up. This was suggested by one of my Instagram followers, so thank you, Tani, for suggesting this reading. Before we get started, just want to discuss a few quick things. This is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. As well as this is what is possible for the next 3 months. Predictions and tarot they can work well together, but just remember that every choice, every action you take has it's cause and effect. So it's possible that you do something completely different, or that if you don't like what these cards say, you choose that you are going to create a different reality for yourself, and that you have the power to co-create your life. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get started. First pile is going to be the Egyptian god of writing, magic, poetry, all the good stuff, the god Thoth. Second pile is the Buddha, and third pile is the goddess Sekhmet. So ask your higher self, angels, guides, whatever it is that you believe in, universe, which pile has a message for you. Pause the video if you need to, and let's get started. Hi, pile number one. This is your reading if you chose the pile with the Egyptian god Thoth, and I'm going to place him right there. Hopefully it stays up. So we are going to be looking at the next 3 months, what you can expect, any messages for you. I did pick regular tarot. I picked this tarot deck, which is for love. I picked all sorts of messages here, so we're going to get all sorts of good messages. And again, this is a general reading. Take it if it resonates, leave it behind if it doesn't. We are starting off with the Eight of Wands, the Star, Two of Athames, or the Two of Swords, Queen of Athames, and the Wheel of the Year, or the Wheel of Fortune. And the Queen of Athames is the Queen of Swords. I may have to move that a little bit. Sorry, pile number one. I changed the setup, and you guys are my first pile that I am working on. I use guys a lot, and I mean it as a gender neutral. I call everyone a guy, just guys. I guess you know my age, or you can tell at least around what my age is. So we have here for my pile number ones. In the next 3 months, you are moving from... Things are picking up. I feel like for this pile, things have kind of been slow. It feels like you've kind of been in a place of overthinking, in a place of indecision. It just feels like things have not been moving. It doesn't feel like things have been progressing in the way that you wanted to. And you've kind of been making plans. You've been trying to take action, but it hasn't quite worked out for you in the way that you wanted it to. And going into the next 3 months, like within these next 3 months, you're going to be experiencing... First of all, I have the star here in the center, and it feels like the star is kind of that energy of you're going to start feeling hopeful. And you may already be feeling this, pile number one. It just feels like things are starting to move for you. Things are starting to pick up, or there's kind of at least a promise of more to come. And we are just, this is a timeless reading, but as I'm recording this, we're going into Aries. And there are kids outside playing. So just take that as confirmation. Things will be picking up. But there's this energy here of change is coming. Things are transforming. You're moving from a place of being in the mind, of everything kind of being from a mind space, to more action, to being able to make decisions, to being able to move forward. This Eight of Wands is very interesting because in this Eight of Wands, it looks more like she is preparing. Doesn't look like she's taking action yet. It looks like it's more about the preparation of it. And I do think that for my pile number ones, you've been preparing for things to start moving. There's a lot of healing that has happened. And in order for the healing to happen, in order for you to know what to do, in order for you to move forward confidently, you needed to be in a place of taking a break, of taking a pause, of things not moving. But again, you're moving away from this because now you're being asked to take action, to make decisions. You're being asked to kind of do what needs to be done, and you are ready for this. You are absolutely ready to take action. You could be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Aquarius energy very strong here. Libra energy very strong. You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like this is more of my air signs though. And again, the energy of things are going to pick up. So get ready, my pile number ones. For some of you, I feel like for some of you, still in the next month, there may not be so much movement just yet. I feel like things are going to start to kind of pick up slowly. For others of you, it just feels like it's going to kind of just go. And just get ready, pile number one, because I feel like you've been wanting some action, and I think action is coming, and you may kind of struggle to catch your breath there for a little bit. But keep hopeful. Keep your vision high. Because there's something here that you're going to be able to create, but you're definitely being asked to continue being optimistic and to continue to connect to the energy of faith and have faith that all will be well. But, you know, for some of you, you're stepping into this star energy, which is you will be noticed. For some of you, this is about getting a job. This is about making some sort of collaboration with someone. This is about getting noticed. For some of you, it could even be, you know, you're going to be noticed by someone in a romantic sense, and we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, let's move on, pile number one. Let's go with the Love Tarot. Six of Swords. I'm gonna move these here. Three of Cups. Two of Cups. So for my pile number ones, if you are single, the healing that you have been working on healing yourself, you've been working on healing your relationships or the past, right? What the past brought in relationships for you. You've kind of been focusing on yourself, and you've been leaving behind anything that does not serve you. In the next 3 months, for some of my pile number ones, there is someone coming in. That is coming in strongly. Because you've kind of done the work and you've cleared out the energy. And for some of my pile number ones, if you're single, there's someone coming in. If you are in a relationship, in the next 3 months, it feels like you're just going to be able to spend more time with one another. If you've been having kind of some issues or, you know, some disagreements with your partner, that is going to be clearing away. But you're being asked to, and it's almost like you're being asked to kind of bring in more romance, bring in more activities, kind of try to do some date nights for my pile number ones. I was going to say pile number two, so that may be for you, but for my pile number ones in a relationship, you know, kind of doing things together with your partner, and also doing things with your friends, reminding yourself that you are still an individual and that you need a break from time to time, and that it's okay to connect to friends and it's okay to connect to others, not just your partner, but also doing things with your partner, bringing in more activities, connecting back to the friendship that is there. But for my singles, I do feel like you have left behind a way of being, and that this is going to draw in someone with relationship potential. And I feel like this person may start out as a friend, or this could be a friend that is going to ascend to something higher. Let's see here what we have. I don't want to do these just yet. Let's look at these guys. Archangel Michael, absolutely. There's a lot of protection here, and you're also kind of going to need the courage to step into your path, because there's been some indecision, there's been some non-action here, some inaction, and you're going to kind of be moving towards more action. Archangel Michael for the next 3 months is going to be quite heavy for you. It's going to be, you know, if you want to work with an archangel, Archangel Michael could definitely be a good archangel. With healing here too, there's a lot of healing here too, but Archangel Michael definitely to step into your courage for protection, because you are going to be embarking on some new things here. Archangel Raphael, yeah, the healing with the star. There's a lot of healing. So if you're called to working with Archangel Raphael, I think Archangel Raphael is going to help you, pile number 1, connect to what's possible, and also help you continue to heal and leave behind anything that's not serving you. And we have Oshun. So there's a lot of abundance here coming, and I did pick some abundance cards just to take a look at your finances and what that's going to be like. But for my pile number 1, there's a lot of abundance coming. Oshun to me is, she is a goddess of water. And with all of the abundance coming your way, it's going to pick up. Action is going to pick up for you. For my pile number 1s, work with the water element. For some of you, believing in miracles is going to be very important. Archangel Raphael and Mother Mary are coming in strongly. Archangel Michael for protection and to help you step into your courage, because for a lot of you, you're going to go again from that energy of things not really moving to action. Things are going to be picking up shortly for you guys. Let's see what we have here. Counseling. So for some of you, you could be a coach, a counselor, you could be someone who helps other people. In the next 3 months, you could be seeing a counselor. For others of you, you're stepping into your purpose and you're stepping into a role where you are communicating, because we have a lot of air energy, and air is all about communication. So you could be communicating with others and helping others. And we have that 3 of Cups there. So you could be seeing more people coming your way, asking you for advice, asking you for help, asking you to kind of lend a listening ear. With Archangel Raphael and counseling, it could be, again, that you are social workers, that you are counselors, therapists, spiritual healers, speech therapist is coming in. That's interesting. I never really get that combination. But there's a lot of communication happening here. And there's also kind of this energy of you may be asked to kind of provide advice, even if it's not on a professional level. You may be that friend that people go to when they need advice, when they need someone to listen to them, when they need help. But just keep in mind, with Archangel Michael coming in for you, keep your boundaries. Have some boundaries. You cannot give too much of yourself. Remember, don't give so much that your own cup runs empty. We have practice. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of this energy of practicing more, connecting to action. You could be polishing a skill that you have. Because I said at the beginning, there's kind of this energy of perhaps you're even tapping into a new job, or you're taking something to the next level, a project to the next level. So there's going to be an opportunity to practice. For some of you, the opportunity to practice is practice making decisions, practice communicating your needs to others. Yeah, that's what's coming in there. I feel like something wants to come in, but I haven't quite made it out. Still a little bit blurry. You have planted your seeds, allow them to grow. Absolutely. From the beginning, that's that energy here of like, things haven't been moving, but it's because things have been happening behind the scenes. And now you're finally going to see the movement in front of you. Security is here, stability. Yeah, you guys are creating a lot of stability. So my pile number 1s, there's a lot of stability coming, but it's coming through effort. It's coming through your hard work. You've done the work, and now it's kind of time for this to show up in the material world. A closed door means it won't lead you to where you need to be. So for some of you, it's possible that the inaction, this indecision, was because something was not meant for you, and you were kind of struggling with trying to open doors that were not meant for you, or that were not opening, and realizing that they were not for you. And for others of you, you were struggling to make a decision because deep down you knew that something was not for you. Don't dull your light to appease others. Yeah, my pile number 1s, you are the star. In order to be a star, you need to be able to shine bright, and you need to be able to be different from others. I mean, when we think about it, how many stars do we have? As far as kind of like when we think of Hollywood, right? Not everybody has that it factor. And for my pile number ones, you have it. It may not be on a huge scale. For some of you, it can be. But there's a need to allow yourself to be authentically you. And there's a need to stop trying to fit in to places that you do not fit into. Just to be liked. Just to, again, be accepted. And with the Six of Swords, you are leaving something behind. You are leaving a way of being behind. Let's see what these two have to say. Hummingbird medicine, and it says ascension, warrior spirit, synchronicity, ancestor messages. Yeah, for my pile number ones, you are ascending. You had to do a lot of work to get to this point, but you are ascending, my pile number ones. Divine feminine, fertility, leadership, sensuality, trinity, Venus. So for my pile number ones, you are kind of in this energy of, I think you were in the very masculine energy of trying to figure everything out, but you were trying to figure everything out from a logical standpoint. And you're now stepping into your divine feminine. And you are learning that things are going to come to you when you surrender. You are ascending. For some of you, you are here to do work on behalf of the divine feminine. For others of you, and it does not matter what gender you are or you identify as. For others of you, you're being asked to kind of connect to the beauty within you, to your sensuality. In the next 3 months for my pile number threes, try to get outdoors more. Try to connect to nature more. Try to bring in more joy and allow things to kind of flow for you. For some of you, spending time around water, that's coming in as important. See what we have here. Potion, remember to practice self-love. Absolutely, pile number one. And right, we kind of have, that divine feminine again being represented there. Wings, you never needed those wings to fly. And I think that's kind of what you've been working on, because there's this energy of movement needs to happen. And with this 8 here, there's a lot of abundance and manifestations that are finally going to be happening within the next 3 months. Again, for some of you, it's going to be, new job, career promotion. For others of you, it's a project that you've been working on that's finally going to take off. But there's a feeling of abundance here. And abundance doesn't always mean money, but I do feel like there will be, even if it's not a windfall, it just feels like it's going to be stable enough for you to be able to move forward and take action. And it's not going to be, like, finances feel good for this pile so far. Let's take a look at these guys. Happy ending. Absolutely. Surrender. We just talked about that. I don't see the cards before you do. Effort. Yeah, you've been putting in a lot of effort. New beginnings. Perfect. All right, pile number one. This is going to be kind of the beginning of your happy ending. There's this energy here that you had to surrender something. You were trying to figure something out from a mind space. And that was just not working for you. And that's fine. We're not meant to be, we're not meant to kind of work from a mental space, right? Logic is great, but we're also meant to be able to connect to our intuition. And you're finally learning how to kind of work with both. And you were able to surrender. And because of that, your efforts are now growing. There's new beginnings coming in. You're going to see the action. You're going to see things start to move. You're going to see things start to progress. And I feel like for many of you, this is in all areas of your life. For some of you, it may just be, you may see it mainly in your job, in your career. For others of you, it may be seen mainly in the relationship aspects. But even if you are in a relationship, I don't know why, for people in a relationship, I got that there was kind of like some conflicts happening lately, and that you're kind of moving into this energy of newness, this energy of kind of patching things up and new beginnings. For those that are single, I feel like there could be someone coming in that has the potential, right? We have to talk about that, because potential is great, but if we don't do anything with it, it becomes nothing. But if you're single, there is the potential of someone coming in for you in the next 3 months. But overall, in all areas of life, there's a new beginning, at least in one place within your life. For some of you, it's going to be in the spiritual realm. Let's take a look at the messages of love. Past life love. Yeah, for some of you, there's a past life connection, balance. Yeah, I feel like for those of you in a relationship that picked this pile, one of you was giving too much, and I think it's my viewer. Doesn't have to be. Take it as it resonates. And you're kind of balancing this out. For those that are single, there's this energy of you've had relationships in the past where you were the one that was doing too much and giving too much of yourself. And you're learning how to balance yourself so that when newness comes in, that you're able to kind of enter a relationship from a balanced place, that you're not being codependent, that you're not overgiving or overcompensating because you don't feel like you are enough. Pile number one, you are good enough, you are beautiful, you are gorgeous, you are an amazing human, and you deserve everything there is in love. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. And there's this energy, if you're in a relationship, you've been trying to be patient. For some of you, this is confirmation that this is a past life love and that's why the connection is so intense, because I feel like this could be a very intense connection. For those that are already in a connection, for those that are single and maybe having someone coming in, there's this energy that you're going to meet a soulmate here. Someone that you have shared a past life with, someone that you have a soul contract with, and that person is preparing to connect to you as well. But overall, you're learning how in the next 3 months, your patience is paying off. You may need to have some patience still, especially those, actually for everyone. If you're in a relationship, just have some patience. You're kind of being asked to have some patience. If you're looking and you're single and you're open to meeting someone, have some patience. It's coming. Don't try to rush it. But find balance within yourself as you wait for this to come through. Let's take a look here. New life. Yeah. There's abundance here in all its forms. Soulmates. Yeah. My pile number ones. This is beautiful. This kind of sums it up perfectly. There's new life here. There's a soulmate connection. For some of you, the soulmates is just talking about you finally connecting to something that you are passionate about. Whether that's a person, a career, a project, whatever that is. But continue to remember to do the self-love. I actually want to shuffle a Power of Surrender card for you, pile number one. And I just want to get a final message. What do you need to release? What should my pile number ones release in the next 3 months? Surrender fear. It says, let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on these solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Yeah. Yep, pile number one. You are taking leaps. You are moving forward here. Surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. For some of you, the soulmate is a spirit guide. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. There were a lot of swords there when we began, right? That Two of Swords, that Queen of Swords. I think you've kind of struggled with anxiety, thinking the worst, worst possible outcome can be. And you're kind of moving towards an energy of letting go, of being more in the moment, being more in your feminine energy, pile number one. But that is what I have for the next 3 months for you. I think the next 3 months are going to be very lucrative. There's going to be a lot of movement forward in all areas of life. For some of you, take it as it resonates. One area may see more action than others, but overall there's a lot of abundance here and there's a lot of progress. Absolutely progress and newness coming in. So pile number one, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I post again. If you have any suggestions, put that into the comment section below. And you can see the information for booking a personal reading in the description box below through Etsy. And that's all I have for you. I hope to see you soon, and I hope you have a wonderful 3 months. Bye for now. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you chose the Buddha sticker. And let's take a look. So pile number one had the best reading, so hopefully this continues. All right, let's start with tarot. As we get started, please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's not meant for you, or not every message in it may be meant for you. So we have the King of Cups, Page of Wands. I'm liking this energy so far, pile number 2. 2 of Wands. And then we have the 9 of Athames, which is the 9 of Swords. All right, so for my pile number 2, the next 3 months for you, there's going to be a focus on feelings, passions, expansion. I'm loving this energy already, I have to say it. For many of you, you've been wanting to expand. And in the next 3 months, you're going to be given the opportunity to step out of your comfort zone in some way. And I have to say it because I see it, pile number 2, but for some of you, that's going to cause kind of anxiety, worries to come in. And that is perfectly okay. Just keep in mind that you may kind of run into some fears. I don't see that for everyone, but I feel like for some of you, there will be this energy of fears and that kind of making, wanting to take opportunities, wanting to learn new things, wanting to try new things, but your fears your anxiety, fear can get a little bit out of control, pile number 2. I can relate to that on a very personal level. So now that you know about that, you can kind of keep that in mind if you are someone who tends to struggle with anxiety, with kind of staying up at night, worrying about things. For others of you, I feel like you have been in this energy and you've made the decision that in the next 3 months, that going forward, you are going to step out of your comfort zone and you're going to try new things. You're going to be more open. You are going to be more open to trying things that are in alignment with your feelings, with your passions, with your likes. For many of you, there's going to be a lot of creativity. And for some of my pile number 2s, you're going to have so much creativity that if you do nothing with it, you're going to step into that 9 of Swords energy of kind of having too much energy within yourself and too much restlessness with nowhere to go. So try to do something creative in the next 3 months. Try to constantly keep your energy flowing, because again, there's a lot of creative energy here, and sometimes when that happens, if we do nothing with it, it can get pretty chaotic and it can kind of overwhelm us. So make sure that you are doing creative things by pile number 2s, but also make sure that you are channeling all of these emotions and all of this energy. For some of you, as your fears, as your anxiety comes up, how can you channel that effectively? How can you channel that into action? How can you, for some of you, I'm getting an exercise routine. Obviously, check in with your primary care physician before you change anything about your routine. But for some of you, I'm kind of seeing like CrossFit. I am seeing like a Tough Mudder. I know I did one of those. I don't even know if they're doing them anymore, obviously because of COVID as I record this. This is a timeless reading, but as I record this, it is March 2021. But there's this energy of get moving. For some of you, running. For others of you, just doing some form of movement and creative endeavor so that you don't allow this energy of worry, fear, anxiety get the best of you. But there is going to be an opportunity here for you to step out of your comfort zone, for you to expand, and for you to try and learn new things. For some reason, if someone in my pile number 2s has been wanting to go skydiving, I see that as a possibility. That's actually something I want to do, pile number 2. So maybe I am channeling for myself here. But there's this energy, again, of movement, keeping busy, making progress. For some of you, there's going to be progress in relationships and in your endeavors. If you have a business idea in the next 3 months, it could be something that you start. And I kind of want to say, if you are starting a business in the next 3 months, just keep in mind to take it slow and keep in mind to be patient. Go for it, but don't give up if things don't start, if it doesn't just become an overnight success, because it takes time. I have to say that may be for just one of you, but take it if it resonates. If you already have a business, there's going to be progress here. It may not be as fast as you like, but you're being asked to be patient. Continue to do what you're doing. because change is happening. 555. I just saw that. Change is happening. Change is going to continue to happen. So for some of you, you are becoming the King of Wands, but you're at the Page of Wands energy. For others of you, start writing down your ideas. Again, a lot of creativity. Make sure that you're channeling it in a positive way, or it's just going to kind of put you in that Nine of Swords energy of overthinking, staying up at night, having a lot of restless energy within you. I picked out some tarot deck for love, and we have the World, Judgment. Okay, what is happening here? 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups. All right, my pile number 2s. I'm going to read this in 2 ways. If you are single, I'm going to read it one way. If you are in a relationship, it's going to be a different way, so just pay attention to which one applies for you. For those, let's start with single. For those that are single, you're kind of feeling a call here to date. For some of you, you've been single for a while. For others of you, you recently had a heartbreak. There's an energy here of healing. There's an energy here of you're closing out a chapter. Scorpio is standing out to me very strongly here. But there's this energy of, in the next 3 months, you are dealing with the disappointment. You are leaving disappointment behind. You are dealing with the grief. You are finally kind of sitting in and facing your emotions. For some of you, you've been keeping busy and you haven't really been wanting to deal with this. Even if, sometimes keeping busy is watching TV, and that's perfectly okay. No judgment here. But for my pile number 2s, there's this energy here of you wanting more. There's an energy of a rebirth here, a renewal. And you are kind of, for my singles, it feels like you may be ready to move on. You may be ready to move on from this energy of a past relationship, a past love that did not work. Perhaps you romanticized someone. And you're kind of, you're ready to explore. You're ready to kind of be like the lotus here, where you're exploring. You are ready to explore your emotions. You've either done this or you are going to be doing this. For my pile number 2 singles, you've either already taken stock of what isn't working and what hasn't worked. And you are also kind of taking notice of what has worked, right? Kind of what hasn't worked, but also what has worked. And you're moving forward. For others of you, you will be doing this in the next 3 months, where you're going to kind of just check in with yourself and see where you're at and kind of see what has worked, what hasn't worked, what needs to change, what can remain the same. But there's this sense of being in the moment, not necessarily having to chase anything, kind of being present with your emotions for my singles, and figuring out what's going to make you whole, what you need. Sometimes what we need and what we want is not the same thing. And you're kind of taking a look back. For my singles, there could be an ex that may want to pop in. You know yourself best, you know your situation best, but be mindful not to allow nostalgia to get the best of you. Now, if this is someone that you would love to try things out with again, and you have faith in them, go for it. But just be mindful. Don't let yourself fall back, because we're going from the 6 of Cups to the 5 of Cups. Don't let yourself take a step back. For some of you, that's the message. Kind of don't let yourself fall into the same energy of trickery, is what I'm hearing. But you're kind of revisiting heartbreak here and grief, and kind of figuring out where you need to go moving forward. I will be honest, for my singles, I don't necessarily feel like there's going to be someone new coming in within the next 3 months, but I feel like you're going to be doing the work to allow them to come in. You're going to be facing certain things. For those of you in a relationship, there is this energy here of you're working on your relationship. You are connecting to your partner more. You are figuring out what has worked for you. You are figuring out how to move forward. For some of you, there's a very solid foundation here, and it's going to develop stronger. And it's developing stronger because you've been through a lot together. For others of you, there's kind of this healing energy that you and your partner are going through together. Maybe there was a loss of some kind. For some reason, I'm kind of feeling that maybe you or your partner deal with perhaps anxiety, or maybe you lost someone recently and you're kind of working through that together as a couple. But there's also this sense of, for some of you that are in a relationship, no longer ignoring certain feelings that are coming up or certain issues and kind of facing them head on for my pile number 2s. Let's take a look here, because I also picked from this deck. Animals, you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are a part of your life's work. For some of you, you will be working with animals. For others of you, you may be getting a pet. Most importantly, what I'm getting with that is trust your intuition, trust your gut. For some of you, if you're passionate about animals, perhaps volunteering or trying to kind of get out there and help animals in some way, that would be very helpful. For others of you, working with your spirit animal is going to be very helpful in the next 3 months. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. Yeah, there's this energy of you are going to be kind of embodying the light and love energy. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to ignore when things are not feeling so great and we're going to kind of bypass that. Not at all, pile number 2. But it does mean that, you know, you're going to be kind of stepping into the light more and into love and into lightheartedness, and body work. So with body work, what I'm getting is move your body. Like I said, there's a lot of energy within you. Some of you really need some exercise, some sort of, I'm almost getting Mars in Aries, and I know that we are in Aries season as I'm recording this. Again, it is timeless, but as I'm recording this, we just went into Aries season, and that Mars rules Aries, but I'm getting Mars in Aries energy here, where you need to kind of use that energy and work with it in some way so that it doesn't take over. So that you don't have all that pent up energy. Empath, absolutely. My pile number 2s, you guys are very empathic. Be mindful not to take on too much. For some of you, again, if there's an ex coming in and you know that that person is not any good for you, be careful. Don't let them kind of guilt you into anything. Gatekeeper, divine timing. Yep, there's some divine timing at play here. And I feel like things are going to start to move. And if things have not been moving, it's because it wasn't meant to. But you're kind of moving into more action here. Attachments, yeah. For some of you, you're going to be asked to release certain attachments. That 5 of Cups, kind of processing grief, processing the feelings of loss, painful, anything that's caused you pain. And anything that is attaching you to your comfort zone, you're going to be asked to release that in some way so that you can move forward and attract new things and experience new things. For some of you, working with your spirit animal is going to help you do that. Snake spirit animal is coming in very strongly. Let's see. Let's look at these. Sorry, pile number 2. I'm a bit undecided today. Let's look at these. Face the problem head on. Yeah, if you are in a relationship, this is especially true if you are in a relationship. If something is coming up, don't ignore it. Just face it head on before it gets bigger than it needs to. Even if this is not about a relationship, anything that comes up, try to face it head on, because there's this energy here of if you avoid certain things, it's going to become this 9 of Swords energy, and it's going to take over and it's going to become something way bigger than it needs to be. It's almost like the monster inside the closet, right? It's not really there. It's not real, but we can imagine it to be so. All we have to do is get up and turn the light on. Speak in a language that is not limited by words. Animals there, again, intuition. You're being called to connect to your intuition, to your gut instincts. What are you being called to? For many of you, you're stepping into your passions, your emotions, and your intuition and gut. Do not doubt your abilities. Honor your roots. For many of you, trust yourself. Trust yourself to step out of this comfort zone. Trust yourself that you are going to be in alignment with your highest purpose. Trust yourself to make the right decisions for yourself. Answer the call from within. And we have judgment. And judgment is that internal call calling us for more. let's see, what do we have next? Let's go with these guys. Castle, it's time for healing, not war. Yeah, if you're in a relationship, especially, because that's kind of that message I'm getting for relationships, it's that energy of don't just give up just yet. Obviously, you know yourself. If you are at the end of your rope and you know that this, your relationship there's no possible way it's going to work, go for it. But if you are still kind of holding on and you have hope, make sure that you kind of deal with anything that comes on head on. That doesn't mean that you're going to be argumentative. That doesn't mean that you're going to pick a fight. It just means dealing with things and communicating your needs and dealing with any heavy emotions that are coming up. Do it for you. Yeah, for some of you, you are being asked to do what's right for you. Don't stay in a comfort zone for anyone else. Don't be afraid to do the things that are right for you because you know what's best for you. Especially if you're kind of being asked to stay somewhere to play it safe by like a parent, a partner, a friend, a boss. Do what's right for you and focus on your healing. Let's see here. I'm sorry if you can hear the kids. It's a very beautiful day and they're outside playing. Phoenix rising, and it says offerings, shape-shifting, clearing generations, journey into the dark to sing with the ancestors. Yeah, there's a lot of shape-shifting with animals here coming up. You can absolutely do the spiritual practice of shape-shifting, which is kind of learning to see things from a different perspective. I highly recommend looking into that. You can definitely look into books by Animal Speak. I forgot his name. I believe it's Ted Andrews. I could be wrong, but the author of Animal Speaks has some very good books on shape-shifting. And curandera, which is earth grounding, root chakra healer. A lot of healing, a lot of shamanic work here, a lot of deep spiritual healing is coming up. Make sure that you are grounded. Because again, we have that 9 of Swords there. We have that kind of a lot of energy, kind of that restless energy coming in. Make sure that you are grounding in the next 3 months. Make sure that you are working on your healing, keeping yourself grounded. Try not do the shadow work, but try to keep yourself grounded. Try to keep yourself connected to earth. There's a lot of healing coming in here, a lot of abundance coming in, but you need to keep yourself grounded. All right, let's look at what the numerology cards have to say. Moderation, yeah. And 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. Parenting. Individuality, again, don't be afraid to be an individual. Don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to go down your own path. Don't be afraid to move out of your comfort zone, even if it's not what everybody wants you to do. Parenting, for some of you, there's a need to kind of reparent yourself. For others of you, your parents may be important in the next 3 months. There may be some healing happening there. And for others of you, the parenting that's coming through is the parenting that you have to do for your own kids. And kind of connecting to them, but make sure that you keep everything in balance and moderation. That's coming in strongly. And we do have the kids outside being extremely loud. So there's something here with parents. I feel like for some of you, you're healing a relationship with your own parents. I don't feel like this is so much about anyone's relationship with their own kids. This feels to me more about your parents, and maybe even healing the relationship that childhood. Healing your childhood is what's coming in for me. Let's take a look at the messages of love oracle cards. Wow. I do not see these. And I do not plan for the kids to be outside. Children are important to this partnership. For some of you, maybe you are with someone who has a child or you have a child and you're trying to figure out how to combine households, how to combine family in the next 3 months. For others of you, this is about your inner child. There's a need to do some inner child healing because there's some healing that needs to happen there. And the way that you can do inner child healing is through doing activities that your inner child would want to partake in. For others of you, you may be having a child. You may be trying to have a child, and this is kind of saying, yeah, it's going to happen. Have faith. It could happen. You could get pregnant in the next 3 months, or your partner could. Adoption came in for some reason. If you're trying to adopt, you could be approved or you could be matched within the next 3 months. Apology. Yeah, there's this energy here of somebody, if you're single, someone may come in with an apology. Just be mindful. Could be, it's okay to take an apology and not take them back into your life. For others of you, you're really being asked to connect to your inner child. And for those of you in a relationship that you're kind of struggling, you may get an apology from your partner, or you may have to apologize. And passion, try something you've never done before. That Page of Wands energy coming in very strongly. Try something you've never tried before. If there's anything you take away from this reading, pile number 2, it's that you need to try something that you've never tried before and step out of your comfort zone in the next 3 months. Let's see here what we have. The Fates. Fates is at play here. And co-create. You are co-creating with the universe. There's something here that's meant to happen. That will be happening within the next 3 months. Trust. There's a need for trust here. Don't overdo it. Don't try to overdo it. And I believe this is a cheetah, and it kind of looks very similar. Someone please correct me in the comment section, but I believe that's a cheetah. And we have the Owl of Wisdom. You have a lot of wisdom, pile number 2. Connect to your wisdom, connect to your ability to create, but also remember that things are happening as they are meant to happen. And we are going to pick for pile number 2. In the next 3 months, what should pile number 2 let go of? This is insane. I believe this came out for pile number 1. So if you were drawn to that pile, it may have a message for you. But let go of fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Yeah, you're letting go of fear, pile number 1. That's no longer working for you. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Yeah, for some of you, make sure that you're not allowing someone in that you know is not for you. And for others of you, you're setting boundaries in place. So let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. I keep getting trickery. Some of you may have someone coming back and they may have something up their sleeves that they may try to present themselves as someone who has changed, but they haven't. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help you resolve the issue more quickly. Pile number 2, if there's any drama coming in, don't feed into it. If there's something coming in, someone coming back and they kind of have an apology, but you know better, trust your gut. Do what's best for you. Work on your healing. Work on closing certain chapters. For some of you, you can surrender an unhealthy relationship while at the same time being with that person by setting boundaries and kind of really making sure that you are honoring your boundaries, because sometimes we set a boundary and we don't honor it, and it kind of teaches the person that it's okay to keep doing what they're doing. But communicate your truth, kind of deal with things as they come up, keep yourself grounded. At the end of the day, do it for yourself. Don't feed into drama even outside of relationships. And for my pile number 2 is the cat spirit animals are coming in as very important, whether that is cheetah, tiger, lion, all the cats are coming in as important because I'm seeing it right there. I'm also seeing the wolf. Like there's just a lot of animals that are going to be helpful to my pile number 2s. All right, pile number 2, that is all I have for you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you'd like to make suggestions for future videos, or if you have any comments, please let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, that information is in the description box below with the link to my Etsy store. And I only do readings through Etsy or my website, so just so that you know and are aware. But I hope you have a wonderful next 3 months, and I hope this reading resonated with you. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose the pile with the goddess Sekhmet. And we're going to place her right there. We're going to get started. So for my pile number 3s, this is going to be what you can expect in the next 3 months. I'm going to start with the tarot cards. As a reminder, before we get started, only take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, it may not be meant for you, and that's okay. You know yourself best. So we have the Lord of Shadows, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, and we have the Three of Wands. Very interesting because in pile number 2, we had the Two of Wands, but let's get started. So for my pile number 3s, the Lord of Shadows is the Death card in traditional tarot. So we have here this energy of, there's an energy of change and transformation here. You've been working very hard, pile number 3. I see that clearly here. You've been trying to be patient. You've been perfecting yourself. You're kind of waiting for inspiration. For some of you, inspiration has just come and now you are expecting the best. You are ready to move forward. You are ready to continue on. For others of you, you're still waiting for your inspiration, but you're kind of still trying to do your thing, but there's a little bit of something missing here. Kind of this energy of there's got to be something more. But for most of you, I feel like you are in this energy of in the next 3 months, there's going to kind of be a spark here. Something that's going to transform, because I feel like you've been letting things go, you've been releasing things, and you've kind of been working on yourself. For some of you, you are working on some sort of craft, some sort of career, some sort of relationship, some sort of project. But for most of you, I feel like you've kind of just been doing the work on yourself, and you've been expanding and working on letting go of anything that does not resonate, that does not align with your higher purpose. There's a lot of purpose here. There's this energy of wanting to connect to purpose, wanting to connect to what exactly it is that you're here to do. But there's also an energy of you've had to release a lot to get to that point, pile number 3. And again, for some of you, you already know what your purpose is. For others of you, in the next 3 months, it's going to come in. I think for most of you, you're kind of in between, where you're kind of have an idea, you've been working towards something, but there's a little bit of clarity that's needed, and you're going to kind of get that inspiration. You're going to kind of get that clarity in the next 3 months, and you're going to be able to close something out, let something go. And then you're going to be in a more expectant, in a more open energy, expecting the best, being open to the best, and knowing that things are going to work out for you. I think there's kind of a lot of fire energy here. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and as I am recording this is a timeless reading, but I am recording this in March of 2021, and we just stepped into Aries energy. But again, there's a lot of progress that's going to be made. And for some of you, it's just, figuring out the next step. You've been doing something, but you haven't really been able to see the full picture, and there's kind of a fuller picture being revealed to you, because you've let so much go. And for some of you, you've let go of certain beliefs and certain ideas, and that's what's allowing this change, this new picture to come in. Actually, let's keep this uniform because I pick them this way. But yeah, for my pile number 3s, there is a lot of potential. That's the word. A lot of potential in the next 3 months for you here, because there's going to be realizations, there's going to be more movement, and I feel like some of you are growing impatient here, but this is assuring you that things are going to be progressing. And it's going to be progressing because there's going to be some sort of information that comes your way that allows progress to be possible, because again, it feels like you've been working on something, but you haven't been able to see the full picture, and you're going to be able to see that soon. I picked these tarot cards for a love message. So let's see in love the next 3 months. The Moon. It's very interesting because I kind of keep getting this energy of there's something here that you're not fully seeing, that you haven't been able to fully see, and we have the Moon here, which is talking about, darkness, not being able to see, and we have Death in the Moon, not being able to see things clearly, but needing to let go, needing to allow change to happen, transformation to happen. Ace of Wands twice. There's a lot of inspiration, there's new ideas coming in, but there's a realization coming in. I feel like for many of you, you are already working on something, or you already know what part of your purpose is, or you already know what to do, but you didn't have the full picture, and there's going to be more information revealed to you. 8 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So in love, and let's kind of split this, right? Because some of you are going to be in relationships, others of you are going to be single. So for my singles, you've been kind of in this place of, there's been a lot of emotions here. You may be feeling lonely. You may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And there's kind of this energy here of a new beginning coming for you. For some of you, you will be meeting someone, but it's going to be kind of a friendship first. This energy of let's kind of, let's get to know each other. Let's work on the friendship. Let's keep it light and fluffy at the first. Let's not rush into anything. And for my singles, some of you are being asked to open yourself up to dating because there's a fear here and you're kind of keeping yourself hidden because you don't think that you are ready. I'm reading this as for my pile number 3s that are single, some of you are ready to start dating and you're being asked to open yourself to dating. For those of you in a relationship, there's going to be progress being made here, but it's going to be slow progress. I feel like things are going to be good in the next 3 months in your relationship. I don't feel like there's going to be major change, which can be a good thing, right? It just feels like you're kind of growing together. You are spending time together. Be mindful if you're in a relationship, if any emotions come up that may need to be transmuted. Perhaps you are finding that you are doubting yourself, doubting the relationship. Perhaps for some of you, things are getting a little bit boring, a little bit too much in the routine of things, and you may need to mix things up. Take that as it resonates. But overall, I'm just getting, for my singles, there's progress here to be made. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and also be mindful and take things slow. Like I feel like for my pile number 3s that are single, there could be someone coming in, but just make sure that you take it at a slow pace. You don't have to rush anything. For those in a relationship, spend time with your partner and try to kind of mix it up a little bit. Try to add a little bit of more excitement. And if you're feeling a certain way, if you're feeling triggered by something, bring it up, discuss it. But overall, it doesn't feel like any major changes are happening for those of you in a relationship. All right, pile number 3. Let's look at what we have here. You had an extra card here. Spiritual teacher, family. Again, this energy of family came up in children in the previous reading. Let go, walk away. Yeah, there's something that you're letting go of. There's something for many of you, you've already let go of this, and this is what's going to allow progress to be made because you've left us behind. For others of you, you're going to be asked to fully let this go in the next 3 months. I don't necessarily see a breakup here. I don't even really see separation, but I feel like you're letting something go, and I feel like for most of you, it's just the old way of being. With spiritual teacher here, it's going to be, you're going to have the opportunity to grow spiritually, to connect to your passions. For some of you, you are going to have the opportunity to take a class. You may be teaching a class. You could be someone who does tarot, oracle readings. You could be someone who does some sort of energy healing, and you could be teaching a class. For others of you, you may be taking a class. But overall, I just get that you're going to be connecting to your spirituality at a deeper level. And you're going to be able to connect to spirit at a deeper level because you're connecting to your passions. With family here, over the next 3 months, for some of you, you're going to be able to reconnect to family. If you haven't seen certain people in your family in a while, I feel like that's going to be possible. Like I see kind of like an outdoor gathering, maybe like a barbecue type gathering where you're kind of just, or like a picnic, hiking, something like that. That's very specific, so it could just be for one of you, but there's this energy of reconnecting to family, reconnecting to loved ones. For others of you, you are kind of stepping into a deeper relationship with certain family members, healing certain relationships. Someone here may have a son that's kind of coming in very strongly that you need to connect with, spend more time with in the next 3 months. Playtime, just like spending time with them, listening to them. Yeah, I'm getting that with a son. Let's see what we have with these cards. Shaman. Again, that energy of, this is a very spiritual pile because we have the moon, the Lord of Shadows, spiritual teacher, shaman. You guys are my spiritual pile. And we have the Ace of Wands, which is, Wands is all about purpose and connecting to spirit. Your spirituality is going to be growing. You are going to be going deeper with your spiritual healing, with your spiritual practice for many of you. Some of you are stepping into being a spiritual teacher. Some of you are stepping into some sort of role where you are taking, you may be kind of becoming a priestess. You may become, you may join a coven if you are, you may join even a church. I mean, whatever you're into. But there's this energy of your spirituality deepening and you're becoming more intuitive. Ascended Master. Yeah, there's an Ascended Master that wants to work with you. You were drawn to Sekhmet, so perhaps it's Sekhmet. I'm also getting Bastet, Brigid, and Ma'at is coming in for this pile. It could be someone else. I'm also getting Cernunnos. Bridget and Cernunnos are supposed to, which, yeah, this is my spiritual pile. You guys are very spiritual. And you're connecting to your spirituality. You are growing spiritually. You are deepening your understanding of the spirit world. You are learning how to manifest, how to keep your energy expectant, how to expect the best. 1212. Just saw that. If you want to look that up, I'm not very familiar with numbers. 1212 is not one I'm familiar with. I apologize. But you're stepping into your spiritual power, your power as a whole, and you're going to be working with you're going to be working with Ascended Masters, your spirit guides a lot more closer, and your intuition. Persephone and Hades are coming in. If you're being called to work with any of those or anyone that you feel drawn to, you know yourself best. Let's see what these cards. You have earned your stripes. Trust yourself. And I just said you know yourself best. You don't need to convince anyone of anything. Absolutely. This is kind of you in the next 3 months stepping into your own power, becoming the Queen of Wands. Whether you are masculine, feminine, whatever you identify as, the Queen of Wands is someone who is confident, someone who who lives life to the beat of their own drum. They don't need to fit in. They don't need the approval of anyone else. Someone very independent, bold, a natural born leader. For some of you, entrepreneurship, and maybe you're stepping into some sort of spiritual career here. Cut the cords with negative and unhelpful people. Yeah, let them go. If there's anyone that's not serving your highest purpose, let them go. With these cards here, you are someone who can easily pick up energy from others. If something or someone is not energizing you, it's depleting you. If something is depleting your energy, it does not deserve to be around you. Let it go. Release it. If you are feeling heavy around someone or something, let it go. You have many versions of you. Embrace them all. Yeah, and right now you're embracing the spiritual aspect of yourself. I feel like the next 3 months are going to be all about spirituality for most of you. Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. Yeah, this is like very spiritual energy for this pile. You're just releasing and kind of going within and making sure that you are aligned to your purpose. Archangel Gabriel coming in for this group very strongly as well. Mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. Yeah, love yourself. Pile number 3, you are going to be asked to kind of connect to yourself, love yourself, transform, transmute, let go of any beliefs that are not in your highest and greatest good. And you guys got an extra card in these as well. Cosmic pollination, spiritual syrup, share your story, throat chakra. Spiritual teacher and share your story. Some of you are sharing your story. And through sharing that, you are connecting more spiritually and you are connecting to others and you're able to help others. Some of you could be, on a social media platform sharing your story. You could be writing a book. You're becoming more fierce. Pile number 3. Bruja, which is witch. You have witch and witch. And you have Ace of Wands and Ace of Wands. This is going to be a very spiritual time for my pile number 3s. You are connecting to your authenticity. You are no longer trying to fit in. The full moons, connect to the full moons. And again, butterfly and death. You see the butterflies here. You are transforming from the inside out. Your inside world is transforming and it's going to be mirrored to you on the outside. Strength. Dispel discomfort, conviction, sacral, discipline. Do not dwell, mind over matter. Another butterfly. Some of you need to do a cleanse that's coming in. If you know what an egg cleanse is, you can try that. Water cleanse, Florida water, smudging. Others of you, sacral and solar plexus healing, throat chakra healing. But I feel like with the throat chakra, there's going to be something very healing that is going to be able to, it's almost like you're going to be able to share your story, and through that you heal your throat chakra. Or you've healed your throat chakra so that you can do that. Take it as it resonates. Let's go with these guys. Okay, nature. Yeah, spend some time in nature. Rebirth, absolutely. We have death and rebirth. I do not see these cards. I shuffle them. I do not pick them out. And this is crazy because of all the butterfly. We have rebirth. We have death. We have witch twice. You're becoming more in tune with nature. You've had past lives as a witch, as a high priestess, high priest, shaman, sorceress. This is a very spiritual pile, and you're stepping into that energy in the next 3 months. You're going to be manifesting. You're going to be creating, and spirit is going to be connecting to you. 7. 1 + 6 is 7. That's a very spiritual number. And spirit is going to be communicating through you. You're going to be able to channel spirit and share something with the world. Domestic harmony. And we have family there. There's going to be more harmony available to you. For some of you, that's in a relationship. For others of you, this is with your actual family. For others of you, it's friends and family. But again, there's this energy of you're becoming more clear on what your purpose is, and you're stepping into it. You're being rebirthed into it. You are trusting more. You are connecting more to spirit. For many of you, for some of you, you identify as witch. For others of you, shaman. For others of you, curandera. For others of you, priestess. For others, or priest. For others of you, it could be sorceress, mystics. This is my spiritual pile. And you're stepping into sharing, to becoming a spiritual teacher. Let's see here what the love messages are. We have 3. Fate. This is a destined partnership. For some of you, you may be meeting someone that you are fated to meet. For others of you, the person that you're with means that it's fated. Remember, fate does not necessarily mean it has to last forever and ever. Don't let yourself put that pressure on you. It just means that you were fated to meet this person. And I'm also getting that this is your fate. This is part of your blueprint to connect to this spiritual part of yourself. For some of you, the destined partnership is the partnership with spirit. Your beloved is spirit. Healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. For some of you, some things may be coming up, and I kind of said that. You may be triggered by a partner, or you're not sure if you're ready. Do some inner child healing. Go slow. Yeah, I said that. There's this energy of needing to go slow in the next 3 months. Don't try to rush anything. Whether you are in a relationship or you're not, don't try to rush it. Let's look at these 2 cards. TikTok. Some of you may feel like you're running out of time and that's why you're trying to rush things. Don't rush it. Take it slow. There's more information being given to you, but I don't feel like you're still going to have like the entire picture, because it's more information, but you're still being asked to trust, and you're not running out of time. Thinker. Don't overthink. Don't overthink pile number 3. Don't overthink anything in the next 3 months. Trust. Connect to your intuitive self. Connect to your spiritual self. I'm going to pull some cards here from the Power of Surrender for my pile number 3s. Those two. Surrender the habit of people pleasing, speak your needs, and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. And we did have that energy of throat chakra coming in. You're right on time. Don't overthink. Do some healing. Go slow. If you're someone who gets in a relationship and you tend to be a people pleaser, or even outside of romantic relationships, go slow. Surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. And we do have treat your body like the palace it is. For some of you, self-love, Empress energy, connecting to your spiritual knowledge, and knowing that you are perfect as you are. Nothing is perfect, but everything is perfectly imperfect. Surrender the drama. Pile number 2 got this too. So if you were drawn to pile number 2, there may be a message for you there. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Yeah, my pile number 3, over the next 3 months, you're connecting more to your spiritual side. Some of you are going to be kind of taking on a spiritual role. That could be maybe as an entrepreneur, because we had the Queen of Wands here, or it could just be you sharing parts of yourself, maybe through social media, maybe writing a book. For others of you, you're gonna have the opportunity to grow and to become more confident. You're gonna have the opportunity to connect to your inner witch, your inner shaman. You're going to have the opportunity to cleanse yourself, to let go of old ways of being. There's a lot of healing here, and I feel like there could be a reconnection with family here. But don't feed into drama. Break free. If you have a cycle of feeding into drama or allowing people to kind of bring you into drama, break free from that, pile number 3. All right, pile number 3, that's all I have for you. If you like this reading, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I post. If you have suggestions or any comments for me, just leave them in the comment section below. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, my Etsy store information is in the description box, as well as my website. And I will talk to you soon. I hope you have a wonderful 3 months. Bye for now.